This presentation of the big game is made possible through the kind support of Tangipahoa Parish Tourism, your guide to the crossroads of Louisiana. North Oaks Health System, improving lives every time, every touch. Gateway Ford, Gateway gives the deal. And the Northshore Community Foundation, you can make a difference, we make it easy.
Tangipahoa Parish is home to the strawberry capital of the world and the premier destination for family fun and adventure. Whether you're looking to visit one of our historic museums, grab a bite to eat at our amazing restaurants, or attend an exciting local event, there's always something to do in Tangipahoa Parish. Tangipahoa Tourism is proud to support the Southeastern Channel in its mission to educate and inspire young media professionals right here in Tangipahoa Parish, the crossroads of Louisiana.
Drop, yo!
I think this is a great place to live, a great place to raise a family. This is just a place that we love. I think it is your responsibility to support that community that you're in. And that's something that we've always done here and something we're very proud of. Sponsoring Little League and sponsoring the high school and sponsoring the university. And I just feel like that's as much of our responsibility to be visible in the community and show that we're here and we're a part of what's going on with our neighbors and our customers.
Hello everyone and welcome to TBG. I'm Sensley alongside Jaleel Hutton, and for this episode we'll be looking at the Sandy Lions' most recent tournament.
We will also check in on the Southland leaders in softball and baseball.
But first, we'll take a look at Southeastern's golf team as they wrap up their season. The Lions golf team is heading into the final stretch of their spring schedule. With their final tournament now under their belt, they are able to focus on the Southland Championship. TBG reporter Ali Kirk has the update.
Lions are coming off of a strong performance at the Arkansas State Spring Invitational in Jonesboro, Arkansas. This tournament, the Lions marked their third top 3 finish for the 2026 season. As usual, Gryffindor led the Lions with the lowest mark score being a 69 in the first round. Landon East joined Gryffindor in the last round where they both shot a 70 to each finish 2 under par and tie for 5th place individually. Now, Coach Lawrence Allen and the Lions shift their focus to the Southland Conference Championship set for April 20th through the 22nd in Kerrville, Texas. With this tournament being a good preparation for their final stretch of the season, Southeastern is looking to claim a conference title for the first time since 2022. Reporting for the big game, I'm Ali Quirk.
The Southeastern Beach Volleyball team took a trip down the road to LSU to compete in the Battle on the Bayou tournament. With the recap on the packed day in the sun, I have the full story. The Lady Lions beach volleyball team traveled to Baton Rouge to play in the Battle on the Bayou tournament at LSU. There were a total of 8 schools playing in the tournament, and Southeastern went up against 4 schools in 2 days. The first team that the Lions went up against were the Nicholls State Lady Colonels. The Lady Lions had lots of momentum in the first game, with each pair playing very well. The Lions managed to sweep through the Colonels, with each pair winning 3 of their matches. After playing 2 more matches, the Lady Lions beat their rival with a score of 5-0. In their next game, Southeastern went up against the UNO Lady Privateers. After New Orleans ended up winning one of their matches, Lions pair Michaela Hicks and Katie Kusi battled to regain control with a hard-fought 21-25 and 25-23 win against New Orleans. After two more Lion pairs managed to win two more matches to extend the lead, Southeastern ended up beating the Lady Privateers with a score of 3-2, putting their record at 2-0 in the tournament.
I really like the way that our team adopted some of our new offensive strategies, so we're trying to run a little bit faster tempo, and for the majority of the weekend, majority of our teams did a great job of implementing that.
On the second day of the tournament, the Lions had two more games left to play. Their first game of the day was against the Texas A&M Corpus Christi Islanders. In this game, the Lions tried to keep the momentum going from yesterday, but they were struggling to keep it alive. The Lady Islanders swept through the Lions in all 5 matches and ended up winning the game 5-0. For the last match of the day, Southeastern went up against a really big and tough opponent, the LSU Lady Tigers. During the game, the Tigers beat the Lions, winning 3 matches in a row, but the Lions did manage to win one match with Michaela Hicks and Katie Kusi forcing the match into 3 sets to avoid a shutout win. Then, after all the matches were played, LSU defeated the Lady Lions with a score of 1-4. In the Battle on the Bayou tournament, the Lady Lions won their matches against Nicholls State and New Orleans on their first day, but they lost their last matches against the LSU Lady Tigers and the Texas A&M Corpus Christi Lady Islanders on the second day. They will now head to North Alabama University for their last tournament before playing in the Southland Conference tournament against Nicholls State. Reporting for the big game, I'm Jaleel Hutton.
Conference play got off to a great start for the Lady Lions as they held the longest winning streak in the country with 20 wins in a row. Southeasterns look to continue to stretch the breaking record streak against the Lamar Cardinals. TBG reporter Caitlin Tong has the full story.
For another Southland Conference matchup, SIU softball took on Lamar at home here in Hammond. The Lady Lions had a huge tone-setting first inning, holding Lamar to 0 runs and scoring for themselves. Caitlin Watson tripled to left center and gave the Lions their 3rd run of the night from Sydney Schneider. Finishing off the bottom of the first, Riley Ford singled up the middle and Watson made it home. Macy LaRue pitched a dominant 4 innings, keeping Lamar scoreless. The Lions finished the 4th with a homer by Maria Detlier, which brought Shelby Morris home, making the score 8-0. In the top of the 5th, Lamar grounded out for the final out of the inning, completing the 5-inning win for Southeastern. In the second game of the night, Lamar started off the scoring with a double by Ariel Flores, which brought Isabella Flores home. Southeastern responded with 6 runs in the bottom of the second. Maria Detlier doubled down the left field line, bringing Shanita Tucker home from 3rd, and Shelby Morris home from 2nd. The Lions won the game 8-1, with their final run from Chloe McGee, who stole 3rd and scored on a throwing error by Mackenzie Wright.
Southeastern went on to sweep the series with a final 4-0 win in the 3rd game. That's 20 runs scored this series for the Lions alone. And this keeps them at a 23-game winning streak. Reporting for the big game, I'm Caitlin Tong.
Following their dominant series against Lamar, they went on to the road to face Stephen F. Austin, where they snapped their 25-game win streak in the last game of the series. Despite the streak coming to an end, the Lady Lions continue to climb the rankings in the Softball America standing, now sitting at 23 in the nation.
Southeastern's baseball team has also been on fire, winning 3 of their last 4 in the conference series. The Lions hosted the Texas A&M Corpus Christi Islanders this past weekend, pushed them to 1st in the Southland Conference, tied with Northwestern State. With more on how the series panned out, here's TBG reporter Sophia Daniels.
Fresh off a series win, the Lions hosted Texas A&M Corpus Christi. Game 1, Islanders pitcher Chase Mayer went 7 innings, allowing 2 runs, while Corpus Christi scored 7, winning 7-5, despite a late 2-run homer from Blaze Priester. Game 2, the Lions jumped out to 6 unanswered runs, but a Jarrett Flaggart grand slam made it 6-5.
Alex Perry answered with a 2-run homer in the 8th, and Southeastern pulled away 10-5. In Game 3, Blake Lobel led the way. The Lions built a 4-0 lead before Flagger broke up the no-hitter and Carson Croquet added another to make it close. Connor Cuff added some cushion with a home run, and Lobel finished it himself for a complete game, securing the series and keeping the Lions second in the Southland. Reporting for the big game, I'm Sophia Daniels.
After the series against the Islanders, the Lions faced the Tulane Greenway for a midweek matchup. Southeastern's left fielder Rhett Centeni and shortstop Connor Cuff collided in left field while chasing a pop fly in the bottom of the first. Centeni had to leave the game with an apparent head injury, but he is in stable condition and doing better. We here at the big game are wishing Rhett a speedy recovery.
We're going to take a break, but don't go anywhere. We're going to check in on the MLB season's opening game, some possible NFL draft picks, and a recap of the end of the Pelican season.
What happened? Did you do it?
No, you guys did good. Jules is having a goof.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Welcome back to the big game. As college baseball nears the end of the regular season, the MLB just now heating up. The long grind is finally starting, and TBG reporter Logan Lovin has the recap of the season opening games.
MLB season kicked off Wednesday, March 25th on Netflix with a resounding win for the New York Yankees over the San Francisco Giants, though the rest of the league opened the following day with 15 games played all around the nation. The Yankees started strong before losing 5 in a row to hover around 500, and the Tampa Bay Rays currently lead the East at 9-7. The Yankees and the Orioles are close behind. In the Central, the Minnesota Twins have started off hot, winning 8 of their last 10 and 4 in a row to sit atop the AL standings for the moment. Byron Buxton also became the leading home run hitter at Target Field. The Tigers in Detroit are struggling early, below 500, though the emergence of rookie shortstop Kevin McGonigal, who came away with 4 hits in his major league debut, leaves optimism in Motown. Out in the West, it's wild, but it's messy. 3 teams with 9 wins: the Mariners, the Athletics, and the Angels. The best surprise in the West is probably the power surge of Mike Trout, who's currently having an .896 OPS and 5 home runs to complement Zach Neto and Jorge Soler, who in a series against the Braves got into a fistfight with pitcher Reynaldo Lopez and has since been on a power surge. The Angels also had a game against the Seattle Mariners in which outfielder Joe Adell, currently leading the team with a batting average over 300, robbed not 1, not 2, but 3 home runs off Seattle bats to secure what would become a 1-0 win for the Halos. The ace of the Angels staff, Jose Soriano, is also pitching to an MLB best .33 ERA with a 4-0 record through 4 starts. In the NL, the Dodgers are continuing their dominance as usual, 13-4 through 17 games, and worse for the rest of the league, Shohei Ohtani is pitching to a 0 ERA through 12 innings and has clubbed 5 homers. Andy Pages has gone buck wild to start the year, batting near 400 with an OPS over 1100. The NL Central has also been surprising, with the Pirates currently leading the division despite a sophomore slump from Paul Skeens and rough defense around him. O'Neal Cruz, Brandon Lau, and Ryan O'Hearn have all clubbed 3 or more homers to support their pitching staff. And finally, in the NL East, the Braves have, of course, continued to produce winning results, already scoring 100 runs through 18 games. The emergence of Drake Baldwin and Mauricio Dubon have been a welcome surprise, alongside Chris Sale and the rest of the pitching staff, starting off unbelievably well at the beginning of the year. The MLB season is long, and it takes no prisoners, but so far, it's been a very fun start to the year. Reporting for the big game, I'm Logan Loving.
The NFL draft is right around the corner, and the country's top prospects are waiting to hear their name being called. With more on the nation's top athletes and who the Saints could be eyeing, here's TBG reporter Lucas Hill.
We're 1 week away from the NFL Draft in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The nation's best prospects are primed to enter their new phase in the NFL. The nation's best prospects include Indiana quarterback and Heisman Trophy winner Fernando Mendoza, Texas Tech linebacker Jacob Rodriguez, Ohio State defensive studs Caleb Downs and Sonny Styles, and one of the most important pieces of this NFL draft is Jeremiah Love from the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. But where does the New Orleans Saints go in this NFL draft class? Perhaps the biggest need, though, is on the receiving end. Chris Olave is a guy that has struggled with concussions, and the wide receiver depth is less than ideal. Why not go get a guy like USC's Mekhi Lemon, who won the Biletnikoff Award winner, and in my opinion is one of the fastest players in this draft cycle. Jordan Tyson will win every 50-50 ball that he's going to have thrown his way. He's going to come down with it in bounds, and he's going to make defenders pay. Great footwork and great acceleration after his first break. To me, the biggest need for the Saints has to be on defense that they have to address. I think they need to go get a defensive lineman, whether it be Texas Tech's David Bailey, or on the other side of the ball, maybe they wait till the second round to get his counterpart, Romello Height. Either way, the Saints are in a rebuild, and Mickey Loomis knows it. In order to keep his job in 2026, he's going to have to deliver with another strong NFL draft class. Reporting live for TBG, I'm Lucas Hill.
The Pelicans wrapped up their season with a final home game against the Utah Jazz. With no postseason action for the Pels, the offseason raises many questions, starting with the fate of interim coach James Borrego. For more on how the last game in the Big Easy was, I was there. The New Orleans Pelicans closed their season losing 3 of their final 4 games. Their only win came in a 156-137 victory over the Utah Jazz, where Jeremiah Fears scored a career-high 40 points. The Pelicans then fell to the Orlando Magic on Easter Sunday, followed by losses to the Boston Celtics and a loss in the season finale against the Timberwolves 132-126. The Pelicans finished their year 26-56, placing 11 in the Western Conference, just one spot outside the NBA play-in tournament. Now the focus shifts to off-season, where the franchise looks to regroup under a new head coach and build around stars like Zion Williamson heading into the next season. Tonight at the Smoothie King Center, the New Orleans Pelicans close out their final home game of the season with a win 156-137, led by a huge performance from Jeremiah Fears, who scored a career high of 40 points. The New Orleans focus that shifts on the possible coaching outcome and then the approach to the NBA draft is what they're looking forward to. Reporting in the Smoothie King Center from the big game, I'm Will Sims.
Time for a break, but don't go anywhere. We're going to look at a big opportunity for a former Southeastern coach and recap the Masters tournament. After that, we got some line up and line down. The big game, we'll be right back.
This presentation of the big game is made possible through the kind support of Tangipahoa Parish Tourism, your guide to the crossroads of Louisiana. North Oaks Health System, improving lives every time, every touch. Gateway Ford, Gateway gives the deal. And the Northshore Community Foundation, you can make a difference, we make it easy.
Tangipahoa Parish is home to the strawberry capital of the world and the premier destination for family fun and adventure. Whether you're looking to visit one of our historic museums, grab a bite to eat at our amazing restaurants, or attend an exciting local event, there's always something to do in Tangipahoa Parish. Tangipahoa Tourism is proud to support the Southeastern Channel in its mission to educate and inspire young media professionals right here in Tangipahoa Parish, the crossroads of Louisiana.
Drop, yo.
I think this is a great place to live, a great place to raise a family. This is just a place that we love. I think it is your responsibility to support that community that you're in. And that's something that we've always done here and something we're very proud of. Sponsoring Little League and sponsoring the high school and sponsoring the university. And I just feel like that's as much of our responsibility to be visible in the community and show that we're here and we're a part of what's going on with our neighbors and our customers.
Welcome back to the big game. Former Southeastern and McNeese women's basketball head coach Jaleel Guzzardo is moving on to the SEC. After several successful seasons with the Lady Lions here in Hammond, Guzzardo caught the eye of fellow Southland rival McNeese. After yet another year of dominating the Southland regular season, Coach Guzzardo is moving on to the University of Georgia. We wish Coach Jaleel Guzzardo the best of luck this season in Athens.
Each year, Augusta National welcomes the Masters Tournament, one of the most prestigious sports events in history. This year's tournament ended with a historic feat that fans have not seen since Tiger Woods in 2002. TBG reporter Adam Snecksnyder has the recap on the fight for the iconic green jacket.
Another year and another great Masters in the books as the golf world watched Rory McIlroy make history as he defended the green jacket. Only something that 3 others have done before. Sunday did not start pretty for Rory. He entered the day with a share of the lead, but a atrocious double bogey at the par 3 fourth saw him slip. For a moment, it looked like the Sunday ghost of Augusta had returned. That opened the door for 45-year-old Justin Rose. The Englishman went on a tear with 5 birdies on the front 9, briefly holding the solo lead as he chased his first Masters title. After struggles on Friday, you can never lead the world number 1 out of the picture. Scottie Scheffler mounted a massive late charge, birdieing 15 and 16 to set the clubhouse lead at 11 under par. Rory battled back with birdies at 7 and 8 and a massive par save on 16. On the 18th, he sent his drive deep into the trees and found the sand, but a clutch up and down for bogey was just enough to finish 12 under. With the one-shot victory over Scheffler, Rory McIlroy becomes the 4th back-to-back winner in history, joining Nicholas, Faldo, and Woods, a legendary repeat for the man from Northern Ireland. Reporting for the big game, I'm Adam Scheck-Snyder.
Now it's time for our TBG segment, Line Up and Line Down. Now, Jaleel, for today, I have a line up to start up with, and that's former Lady Lions head coach Jaleel Guzzardo is now head coach at Georgia, a SEC program.
Yeah, that is a big transition for Coach Jaleel going into an SEC program from a smaller conference. But other than that, I'm really proud of Coach Jaleel because she's been coaching in the Southland Conference for a while. She was with Southeastern for a while, and then she transferred over to McNeese for 1 year. But seeing her take that big step is a really huge transition, and I just want to wish her the best of luck for this season. Okay, so now, Will, for my lineup line down, I'm going to say them both back-to-back because they're in the same category. So my lineup is the Southeastern softball team are back in the top 25 rankings, and they're currently ranked at number 23. And also, I want to add, they had a 25-game win streak. But now for my line down, they just lost that win streak to SFA because they played them on Wednesday and they lost. And they might have also just lost their 23rd spot in the rankings, too.
Well, I agree with you, Jaleel, but that program that they had when they made that streak was amazing. But for me, a line down is the New Orleans Pelicans still don't have a head coach and they don't have a first-round pick. But Derek Queen was a good addition, but I'm not sure if it wasn't them not having a first-round pick.
Yeah, a lot of the things are going downhill for the Pelicans. No head coach, no first-round pick. But you also, about Derek Queen, you got to also add on Jeremiah Fears this season, doing very well, because also he did get his career high for the last home game of the season against the Jazz. But other than that, on the head coaching situation, James Borrego, who's currently the interim head coach, he has done good while coaching, but I would still suggest the Pelicans would have to find themselves a head coach.
That'll do it for this episode of The Big Game. For more information on Lions Athletics, visit www.lionsport.net. And for more information here at us at the channel, visit the southeasternchannel.com. So for Jaleel, Hutton, and the entire Big Game crew, I'm Will Sensley. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.